Hi everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. I hope you are all safe and well, my friends. Happy Friday, well done, another week, and I hope it's not so haily or snowy, or if it's nice and sunny or rainy, insert random name here in terms of the type of weather you're experiencing at the moment. I've had about 4 seasons in about an hour. And I'm not talking about the band. It's the Four Tops, you buddy. 4 seasons of pizza, innit? Anyway. Can I just, again, people have been asking about the Tony Carr interview. It's up on the West Ham Network. Check that out from Wednesday night. Very, very good. Last night we had Martin Godliman, the voice of London Stadium, and Shedman himself, Nigel Khan, doing a Julian Dix appreciation night. Went on for a couple of hours, but very, very, very interesting. And in fact, we've got an old interview from Julian Dix. It's about 2 hours long, which Martin did back when Julian, I think it was in 2006, when Julian was trying to make it as a golfer. So it was in Spain. And so we're going to be putting it up on the network in the next sort of week or so. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you subscribe and you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any content. As I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, or become a channel member. And today I bring to you the 1st of April. No April's Fools, no April stories here. It's all facts. Well, all being reported in the media. We don't know if it's facts or not, but you know what I mean. And I bring you the 1st of April's edition of Hammer's Headlines. We take the news that affected West Ham the last 24 hours or so and present the headlines back to you in a sort of bite-sized digest in association with KUMB.com. 3 stories as per usual. The first one involves injury updates to 2 West Ham first teamers, in terms of Jarrod Bowen and Vladimir Coufal. Now, apparently, both are still aiming for a return from injury in time for the Everton game on Sunday. If you are going to the Everton game on Sunday, just a little sort of notice, a little advert. If you are going a bit early, go to Foyles at 12 o'clock on Sunday, because Tony Carr is doing a book signing there. If not, Newham Bookstore, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Anyway, so they're both aiming, according to several sources, for a return for injury. It's not 100% confirmed at all on either, but they are targeting it, and hopefully Bowen and Coufal are not too far off. I mean, there's been reports that Jarrod is already on the grass, as David Moyes would say. I don't think you're going to get much change out of Moyes with his press conference when people are talking about Jarrod Bowen's availability, because arguably he's our star performer this year in terms of goals and assists. He's set to make a late decision on Bowen by all accounts. Hopes remain that number 20 will be fit to make it, but there's no certainty, and he'll be watching him. Obviously, he's been training recently, back on the grass, and to see whether he is fit enough to play. Personally, I wouldn't risk him against Everton. I'd make sure he's 100% fit for Lyon. But what do I know? I'm sitting Hornchurch talking to you rather than at Rush Green, not that far away really. So we'll see what happens. But obviously, it's a crucial game for us against Frank Lampard's outfit, and it would be a crucial game for us to maintain our spot, maintain our position at the top end of the table, and hopefully compound Lamps a bit more into relegation for Everton. That's a byproduct, really, isn't it? The next story involves a couple of players, one in, one out, or one out, one in. So West Ham apparently going to be making a big decision on Conor Coventry this summer. He's struggled for minutes throughout his whole time at West Ham, and has only managed to make 3 first-team appearances for the club. He's obviously on loan at the moment at NK Dons and doing very well there, and he's the second highest Republic of Ireland under-21 international in history in terms of caps. His contract expires in summer of 2023, and his future has been brought into sharp focus by the fact that our midfield is set to be transformed in the summer, arguably. Alex Kral's set to go back to Spartak Moscow, Mark Noble retiring, leaving holes. So it's a case of whether the manager will trust to take his chance on Conor or not. Terry Wesley, his old academy coach, has previously tipped him to go to the very top and actually succeed Mark Noble. With his future uncertain, David Moyes will have to make a call over whether to blood him into the first team properly next season, or risk losing another midfielder who will eventually need replacing. It's obviously this summer's going to be huge for us, so we'll wait to see what happens. It makes sense, surely, to give Conor a go. we wouldn't necessarily want another Josh Cullen, for example. And speaking of Josh Cullen, in sort of news, sort of sliding doors moments, it may be one in, one out if Coventry is sort of, if they don't think he's got the future at West Ham. With reports today linking us with a return for the 25-year-old Josh Cullen, who's currently playing at Anderlecht. A potential return to London Stadium could be on the cards in the summer transfer window. Obviously, considering those lack of options in the middle, signing someone like Josh Cullen wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, really, I think, especially if he's available for a reasonable fee. He knows the system, he knows the club, he's an Essex boy, so he's combative midfielder. He could be quite an interesting move, I think. There are obviously question marks over him, whether he would have ever succeeded at the Premier League, and that's probably why when Anderlecht came chasing, he moved. West Ham sold him to Anderlecht. However, he's been doing very well. He's the 16 capped Republic of Ireland international, was really impressed in Belgium, and he's been praised by journalists over there, and the manager Vincent Kompany of Anderlecht has lauded praises on Josh Cullen. So if it's a reasonable fee, maybe he'll come back home. Apparently Moyes has been keeping an eye on him. Keeping an eye on his progress while in Anderlecht, and he's taken the opportunity with open arms, really, hasn't he? To be honest, he's playing very well. He's the captain. He's captained Anderlecht as well, so we'll see. But I think it very much rests on whether they decide to keep or to trust Coventry into breaking into the first team, maybe or not. We'll wait and see. It's going to be exciting, I think, and I think there'll be someone beginning with C in the midfield, whether it's Coventry or Cullen, who knows. And lastly, a potential in. This bloke is a unit. Look at the size of him. He is a unit. I know I'm not a svelte lad, but this guy is built. Look at him. He is Antonio Mark II, isn't he? Really, apparently. So West Ham are apparently in hot pursuit for Union Berlin centre forward Taiwo Awoniyi, and are ready to pay 25 million to sign him, apparently, according to several news sources. It reports that Southampton and Newcastle, what a surprise, are also in the hunt for him. The 24-year-old Nigerian international. He left Liverpool to join Union Berlin permanently last summer. It's understood there's a 10% sell-on clause back to Liverpool as well if he goes. So, I've done the maths, 25 million quid, 2.5 million goes back into Liverpool's coffers, goes back to Anfield. He's been in superb form since joining on loan from Liverpool in 2020. He helped keep the German club in the Bundesliga last year with 5 goals and 4 assists in 22 appearances. Not rapid, but that's across all competitions, before getting a muscle injury. Hey, is it Antonio Mark II? Since making his loan move to Berlin permanently, he's gone and scored 16 goals and 4 assists in 35 appearances in both domestic and European football this season. So this year's definitely yielded a better return from him. He scored goals against Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Mönchengladbach, RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga. He's netted against Feyenoord in the Europa Conference, and he even scored his first goal for Nigeria in the African Cup of Nations in January. According to several sources, his recent caps for Nigeria boost his chances of getting a work permit to play in the UK. So something he never really had at Liverpool, to be fair, and hence why he went on loan to Germany. And obviously, our need for a striker speaks for itself. We look at, if Moyes is looking for an Antonio Mark 2.0, this guy sort of looks like it on paper. So I could see there being some movement here, but obviously looks like we're competing with the likes of Southampton and Newcastle. If Southampton are after, maybe Brozier permanently, it may be a straight fight between us and Newcastle, who knows. And that's it today, gentlemen and ladies. Thanks very much for your time. Make sure you check out the network. We've got previews for the Everton games. We'll have the press conference coverage that may have already come out before this comes out, but go back and check that out. And then we'll have match day morning on Sunday if I get my arse out of bed for a live show from the stadium very, very early, but 8:30ish. And then we'll have the watch-alongs, and I'll be doing a highlight show with Anton, and also interviewing the Pearly Kings of Mile End and Highgate, I believe, and the Pearly Prince and the Pearly Queen of Highgate. So there we go. We're bringing the guests to you guys. Anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Stay lucky. Stay cheeky. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.